So what's your name?
Marissa.
Marissa, nice to meet you. I'm Billy.
Hi.
All right, so is there any particular belief that you have in mind that you really kind of affects you in your day-to-day life that you use maybe as guidance or anything like that? Something strongly held?
I believe in the law of attraction.
Law of attraction? Okay.
Yes. And that your mind is really powerful.
So describe the law of attraction to me from your perspective.
Okay, so I believe that like your thoughts are like you manifest your destiny.
Mm-hmm.
So through thinking whatever you think, you will manifest that in real life. Law of attraction. So like our energy waves kind of are like magnets, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So you just
Can you give me like a real life example of how that would work?
Okay, so I really want to book a certain job. So I picture myself, I don't know, going to the interview, doing well, yada yada, being myself, but also like fitting the criteria, all that stuff, and then you book the job and you're like pictured. It's a very, very like simple example, but that's just a
Cool.
Yeah.
So in this example where you want a job, so you're kind of like imagining yourself having the job, right?
Yeah, and but it's not just like picturing in your mind. You have to like feel it, like feel the feeling of like having it and that like excitement.
And you think for the law of attraction kind of states that it's more likely that you'll get the job or the job will kind of come to you? Is that kind of the...
I mean, you still have to like work for it. Like you have to do everything in your power to like that you need to do to get it. But I don't know. It just is like an extra pull, I guess. Yeah.
So is this pull something... Like, what is actually the cause? Like, what's the cause of getting what you want? Is it you, or is it actually something outside of you that is also coming
like
into play
bigger
here?
Than yourself type of deal. Yes, I think it's both. I think you believe, like you connecting with whatever that is that you think is bigger than yourself helps you attract that, what you want.
Forgot to set the timer. So what convinces you that there is this thing outside of you other than just yourself? Because have you had the experience where when did you come to believe in the law of attraction? Did you always believe in it, or
High school? My friend showed me The Secret. It's like a book movie thing, and then I was like so intrigued by it, so I just did my research, and I don't know, I've like practiced it, I guess, in different little things in my life, and so yeah. Wait, what was your original question? I'm so sorry.
Yeah, so that was, I was going to ask a question, but I needed a clarification first.
Oh.
So the question was going to be, have you ever had any experience where before you believed in the law of attraction, where you wanted something and you kind of like you got yourself in the mindset to get the thing and you got it, but without the belief that there is this extra force other than yourself?
Yes.
Okay, so then you went through a transition.
Yeah, and then I okay, yeah, I see. Okay. Yes, and then I was introduced to the Secret, law of attraction, this whole like universal spiritual thing, and then I kind of like looked back and was like, oh, okay, that makes sense. So I did that subconsciously without even really thinking about it.
So what do you think? What were the things that you saw that convinced you that it wasn't just you? Like that there was actually something else other than you going on here? Like what are the things that indicated or convinced you that this was true?
I guess just experience. First off, experience. Secondly, I'm very into like other people's journeys and stuff, and like how So I don't know, just research and like practice and experience.
Can you describe
mostly.
like an experience to me that would have been key in convincing you that it's not just me, it's also this external force as well?
I think like right now in my life, sort of, because I always like knew I would be where I am right now at some point, or like plan to be here throughout where I want to. How do I say this? Like I have a destination I want to get to, and like where I am right now is what I like thought I would be doing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I guess just like my present day is like an example of, or like an experience of it like working. You know what I'm saying?
So do you think if hypothetically that this external force was actually not affecting you in any way, that it would still be possible that you are where you are today?
That's a great question. I don't know. I don't think so because I believe very much in it that I feel I wouldn't be as positive as I am. So I would just kind of switch to like a negative mindset. And I also am a big believer in positivity, which like is the whole thing for the law of attraction. So, no, I don't think I would be.
Do you think it would be feasible or understandable or reasonable to think that the positivity that you're, like the philosophy of positivity that you're adopting is enough, even if this other thing doesn't exist? That as long as if you're remaining positive, you're actually having that effect on yourself, versus another thing also have an effect on you. Like, would you be able to tell the difference between you just having this effect on yourself or something else having the effect on you as well?
So great, I love it. Would I be able to tell the difference? Oh, shit, I don't know. I want to say yes, because like I feel it around me, but I don't know, I guess. I don't know. Is that an answer?
Yeah, I don't know is a perfect answer. Yeah. So, with that in mind, how confident would you say that the law of attraction is something external versus just internal?
Very confidently, I would say that, yes.
What would you put it on like a scale of 0 to 100? Whereas like 100% is there's absolutely no doubt, and 0% is it can't be true.
I'd say like 90%.
90%?
Yeah.
Do you think 90% is? Do you think 90% is a good position, despite not really knowing?
It's 90% a good. Yes. Yeah.
What would bring you up to 100?
I don't know.
What would it take for that?
I don't know if I'll ever. I don't know if I'll ever get up to 100 because it's like you're always like trying to reach that. You know what I mean? We don't really.
What about anything higher than 90? What would it take to just increase your confidence that the law of attraction is outside of you?
I have like like a certain music goal I have. Once I reach that, then I'm gonna be like, whoa.
Okay.
Yes.
And what about lower than 90? What would it take for you to get lower than 90?
I don't know, because part of me is also like, oh shit, I don't know.
All right. Well, we've reached our time.
I'm sorry.
So, yeah. No, that was great. That was actually. I think I don't know is a very honest position, especially when you don't know. So I think that's a great answer, as long as that's really how you feel about it.
Yeah. I don't know.
So yeah. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you.
I wanted to ask, how did you feel about it?
That was wonderful. I know I'm not the best at answering the questions because I don't think about it like that, but I love the challenge of it. Like, that's really, really cool.
And that's kind of like what our purpose is here, is a lot of people don't challenge their own beliefs.
Yeah.
So we're here to ask questions to actually get them to challenge their own beliefs in their own head and examine them, because it's good to examine your own positions.
And then when you were like, would you realize it if if there weren't a bigger power, do you think that you could still do it on your, like, that's so great. I love it. I love it.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much.